really cool girl. Look, it's tough to describe that game. I mean, that was an amazing game because both teams played great, and we couldn't stop each other, and the will to score and will to win was evident every second by both teams. And for us to win that game is sensational for our group. For 4 freshmen, again, they're very talented, but they're freshmen. That's the first time an ACC game in Cameron, you know, things that you would not think of. So I'm going to tell you a couple things you would not think of. When we get on a run and that crowd goes nuts, that's the first time they've had that. You being 18 and 19, I don't know if you'd be dancing around there. You'd be, be tough to get on after the timeout to the next play. You know, stuff like that. Those are things you have to learn. You know, but the euphoria of being in that moment is incredible, and so they experienced that about 3 times today, and were able to continue on and win. You know, for me, psychologically, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing, and you know, the incredible individual performances. Marvin, 32 and 21, and you know, but his mate was 14 and 16. I mean, those 2 guys out rebounded Florida State, and Trayvon had such a disjointed game with his fouls, but at the last 3 minutes or so, I think he really helped win the game for us. And they were doing that, you know, containment press, and they were taking time off the clock. And when we didn't have him in, at times we didn't execute quick enough, and the clock got to us. And I just told him, I said, just go, just go. You know, we're not going to call a play, just go. And he went. He went, and he made plays, and our big guys did. And their kids, Kofor, what a half, 22 points, Angola, you know, those were shots right in, and you know, those are 35-foot shots, a couple of them. I mean, they were so far out, and then boom, right in. And so they had magnificent performances. We did, and you know, we were fortunate to get a charge. Wendell did a great job of getting that charge, and we got a couple of defensive rebounds. Trayvon got a huge defensive rebound, and it's like that. If it would have gone a couple more minutes, they might have, you know, they could have won. You know, it would have. Look, you all saw a really good game today. They don't get much better than the one that was played today, and we just feel very fortunate to have been a part of it and win. So any questions that you all might? Part of it is we don't make as many shots as we would like, you know. So, but those, you know, Marvin had 11, and that's part of it. There were a couple sequences because they're such a good shot blocking team, where in the second half, where they blocked 1, blocked 2, and we still, a lot of kids would then stop, you know, and they continued to play. So I don't know if you get an offensive rebound for that. I don't know that. Do you all know that? They block your shot and they get the ball. Is that off? Well, we got a few that way. And Moses Malone used to do it where he missed it intentionally and then got him a few times. But that's one of our strengths, is rebounding and offensive boards. And so our guys did that. I thought Alex really came in the second half. I should have used him a little bit more in the first half. And he made a big bucket 3, but he made as good a pass as there was. And I think it put us up 71-64, where he threw it along the baseline to Grayson for a 3. And then we played with all that foul trouble. Gee, yeah. Just. This is a really good win. This is a sensational win for these kids.
You mentioned Trayvon's play down the stretch. You said you told him to don't play like you have 4 fouls, which is easy to say, but how does the teenager do that?
Well, you got to learn how to do it. I think over the years, we've not been a team that has just taken a kid out with 2 and sit him. Like, I don't know, it seems like there's some commandment that you're supposed to do it that way, and we don't do it that way. And they have to learn, because you're not gonna win a big game without your big players. And they just have to learn. So he came in and played some in the first half with two. He played for quite a bit of time, but he played like he had to, not TWO, you know, and I told him, I said, you can't do that. You'd rather not have you in a game. So he got his third, and then he got four, and I said, you can't play this last 4 minutes like you did the first half. You got to play like you have no fouls, and be a man, be mature. And the best way to learn is through experience, and that you got to use the regular season to put these guys in all these situations. And today we were fortunate to win. If we had lost, still putting them in those situations is what we have to do. You cannot practice that. You can't practice it. They have to experience it, and especially when it's their 14th game. For a number of them, it's their 14th collegiate game.
Can you expand